Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I just needed to take a break. There was a lot of things going on in my life that I needed to take some time away and figure some stuff out and get some news and blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna get into it. So today I am filming the first, hold up, let's lower you a bit. There we go. That way I can sit comfortably. Please do not mind the mess in the background. I need to take care of that. I know that. Anyway, so today is going to be the first video in the Cassey Awards video. And I tried very, very hard to wear as many products as I could from the Cassey Awards on my face today. So I have my list. I have a mess full of products in front of me. So let's get started. So today we're talking about primers, foundations, concealers, setting sprays, setting powders, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. Stuff for your base to make your face flawless and just ready for like your blush, your contour, your bronzer, all that fun stuff. So I tried as hard as I can to figure out whether or not I had a high-end in a drugstore winner, but I am a drugstore girl, so a lot of the categories I do have more. I have 2 drugstore winners instead of a high-end in drugstore. That's just kind of the way it is. But there are quite a few categories that also do have a high-end option as well. So, I'm sorry guys. My nose is leaking today and I don't know why. So for primers, I have a high-end and a drugstore. So my high-end favorite is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I know it doesn't look like I use a ton, but you literally, I have dry skin, as I've mentioned probably 1,000 times. You need 1, 2, maybe 3 drops of this and then you're good. Like, that's how nice this is. So it's gonna take a long time before I use this up, but I do really, really like it. So would highly recommend. And I love the packaging too. So it's a dropper packaging, as you just saw, and it's very similar to the maracuja oil where you push this button on the top and it comes out. But I find that while it's still full like this, I can just hold it for 1, 2, 3 drops and I'm good to go. My drugstore favorite has got to go to my NYX Hydro Touch Primer. As you can see, I am almost out of this. I actually have it in my project pan. I added it. I don't think I said that in my last video. I had that this was in it. I did add it after the fact. There was a couple products that I added that will be in my project pan update. But this primer is so hydrating and it just creates a nice fresh base for your face. I used this one today to help get my skin prepped for foundation and I absolutely love it. Excuse me. So I only had 1 option for a BB cream and 1 option for a lightweight foundation, so I decided to combine the category. So it was a BB cream lightweight foundation category. So this has 2 drugstore winners and no high-end winners. So my favorite drugstore BB cream has to go to, once again, the Revlon Photo Ready BB cream. You guys know this has been a favorite year after year after year. So I highly, highly recommend this. Recommend this. It's only like 10 bucks, 9, 10 bucks. And I get the lightest shade in 010 Light Pale. That's the only downfall about this BB cream is that it only comes in 3 shades and it's light pale, light medium, and medium. And even the medium, I think if you are, it's more like pale medium, if that makes sense. It's not like medium. So I do think Revlon could expand the Revlon Photo Ready BB cream range a little bit more, but I'm unfortunately not on that team. So I would love to see them come out with more shades so more people can experience the amazingness of this BB cream. So my favorite lightweight foundation from the drugstore. You guys probably guessed it. I was obsessed with it over the summertime. It's the e.l.f. Foundation Serum with Goji Berry, and I have mine in the shade Fair Light. This is a very lightweight foundation, and I love putting it on with brushes such as the buffing brush from Real Techniques, or I haven't tried it with this one yet, but on a similar note, the Morphe M439. Just those really dense brushes to, or even, what's this one? This Wet n Wild one, the Wet n Wild Flat Top Kabuki. I really, really love applying this with those type of brushes because they are really densely packed and it doesn't soak up that much of the product. But I really, really love this, especially in the summertime, because in the summertime, I really love a lightweight look and a lightweight feel. So yeah, I really, really, really enjoy this. All right. So for like medium coverage foundation, I have a high-end and a drugstore favorite. My high-end favorite is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I just shook it up. I'm down to about here, maybe. So I have used up quite a bit. I just shook it up to get the consistency right. And because I did that, you can't see it. I'm in the shade 0.5. It is the lightest shade they have. It can be, it's definitely too dark for me in the wintertime, but in the summertime, it is a great shade match for me. So I really, really, really do enjoy that. And for drugstore, it's the foundation I'm wearing today. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It can be lightweight, but it is very buildable, which is why I call it a medium coverage, because I do build it up to medium coverage. So as you can see, like I still have some things showing, but for the most part, my complexion has been evened out. Ooh, sorry, my back's hurting a little. I want to say this is like $15, between $11 to $15. I can't really remember. You can tell I really love it when the cap is broken and disgusting. And what I love is that the L'Oreal True Match range has so many shades. I want to say the Naked Skin range only has like 13, 14, 15 shades, something like that. This has like 30 somewhat shades. The True Match range and the True Match Lumi range, they both have a lot of shades, so you are bound to find something that works for you. I am in the shade W12 Warm. It's Porcelain Light Ivory, and I find that this shade really works for me in the wintertime, not so much the summertime, but I really, really do love that. And now for my high coverage, full coverage. Again, I have a high-end favorite and a drugstore favorite. My high-end favorite is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I did buy a pump for it. This is the MAC Foundation Pump. You can buy it off of Ulta for $10. By the way, do you like the new setup? I'm not so far back now. I can actually be like up close and personal. Anyway, so I absolutely love this. It is a thick foundation. I will say that right now, but it hides every imperfection. So I would highly recommend this, but I would recommend that if you were to get it, I would go to a CCO if you're balling on a budget, just because it is a little cheaper than getting it full priced at, say, Ulta or Estee Lauder's website or Sephora or what have you. But I do really, really, really like this foundation. I am in the shade 1W1 Bone. This is my perfect winter shade, which is when I'm more likely to wear it. I have a mess in front of me, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm just trying to figure out where to put things when I'm done talking about them. And my drugstore favorite, I have talked about this foundation time and time again, and I always refer to it as my event foundation. Is the foundation I wear to all my events. So I wear it to Grand Assembly, I wear it when I'm in a wedding, so on and so forth. The shade is a little dark in the wintertime for me, so if I'm gonna wear it to an event in the wintertime, I need to self tan a little bit. which is why you'd probably go for the Estee Lauder in the winter time, because it is good as an event foundation too, but I'm trying not to go through it so fast because that's expensive. It's expensive. I watch a lot of Kathleen Light. She says that's expensive. So, but the one I love for that I have I think this is like my third bottle, is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I am in the shade 105. This is an absolutely beautiful foundation. I wore it on my wedding day. That's how much I trust this foundation and how much I love it. And I knew since the day I got it that it was going to be the foundation I wore on my wedding day. I first heard of this foundation from Tracy and Stephanie on 11th Gorgeous. You should go check them out because they are hilarious and they are drugstore girls just like I am. So I think if you are a drugstore girl like I am, you would really love them. So for under eye color correctors, I have two drugstore options. The first one is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Color Corrector. This is for it specifically says 4 dark circles on here. Now, I hate the packaging of this. Absolutely hate it. But the color of it, like the camera doesn't even give it justice. By the way, how do you like the lighting too? You can actually like see this half side of my face now. Amazing, right? Actually, why don't we fix the lighting just a little? There we go. But you can see this side of my face now. Isn't it amazing? Anyway, but I really, really, really love the color in the formula. That did nothing. There we go. So as you can see, it's a very light peachy color, which is great for someone of my complexion. I should really get a makeup remover wipe out because I'm going to be swatching pretty much everything for you guys. But it is not even that inexpensive, so when you use it up, it is going to be very, come on, like I said, I hate the packaging. It's very inexpensive, so when you do need to go repurchase it, it's not going to put a dent in your wallet. I want to say it's maybe $5. That's not bad at all. And the other drugstore one that I would love to mention to you guys is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector. I use this under my eyes today. It really, really, really disguises. And I got mine for fair skin, but it really disguises the look of dark circles. And as you can see, this one is a little bit more like orangey peachy than the Wet n Wild one is. So I think it works just a tad bit better, but this one's more like $7, $8, maybe even $9. I can't really remember. And when you first get it, it's a little dry. So I would recommend really using your fingers for this product. For the Wet n Wild one, I will go in with just like any eyeshadow brush that I don't really use. So like this one, it's just like $1 one I got from Walgreens. I'll take this, I'll dab it in the Wet n Wild, place it under my eye, and then I'll go in with my Eco Tools micro blending brush and blend it out. This one I really highly recommend you use your fingers to grab the product so you can warm it up a little bit, place it under your eye, and then go in with a brush similar or like the Eco Tools micro blending brush to blend it out. Okay, so under eye concealers, I have two, a high-end and a drugstore. My high-end one, as you can see, I have loved it, is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This has been a favorite for the whole year, even longer maybe. You guys have seen me mention this multiple times. I have even taken out the stopper so I can get my full money's worth of getting my product. It does smell like paint, but it doesn't like linger once you put it on. Once you put it on and you blend it out, the smell is gone. So I absolutely love that. And that's like a medium coverage concealer. And my other favorite is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This one is completely empty. I even took the stopper out. Nothing's coming out of there. Like, nothing. So, this is done. This will be in a future empties video, but I just pulled it out of the empties so I can show it to you. It was also in my project pan because it was practically done and I just wanted to use it up. I'm trying to use up products and get my money's worth out of them. So that was fantastic, and you'll see it in a future empties video and in a future project pan update. So let's see what's next. Under eye powder. I only have one winner for this. I have only found one under eye powder that I have absolutely loved and will be repurchasing as long as the brand doesn't discontinue it, which it kind of seems like they're going to, which makes me really, really, really sad. So I might buy a backup while they're still out. But it is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana Bronzer. I know what you're thinking. Girl, it's a bronzer. What you doing? Why are you putting it under your eye? It ain't a bronzer, guys. Like, let me open it up. I love it so much it broke. Does that look like a bronzer? Like, I'm pale. I'm the palest of pale. And that ain't no bronzer. So I was watching videos on how to use this because I bought it intending for it to be a bronzer. And I didn't want to waste my money. And that's when I saw Jessica Braun, also known as Jam Beauty 89, talk about how she uses it as a highlight and as a under eye powder. And I thought, that's brilliant. And I have loved it ever since. As you can see, I've hit major pan on this. I do have this in my project pan as we speak. Yeah. Just because, again, I want to get my money's worth and use it up, but I do want to get a full size before, if they are discontinuing it before they run out. I am going to repress it soon just because having this giant pan in the middle makes it kind of difficult with my brushes. But you will see that in a project pan update as well. Powder foundation. So I have a high-end favorites and a drugstore favorite, but I don't have the drugstore favorite on me right now because I used it all up and I have yet to repurchase it because I have so many powders to go through. So my high-end favorite is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination powder. I am wearing it today. Oh, I haven't been saying what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the Urban Decay concealer today, and I'm wearing the Reserve Your Cabana today. Okay, let's keep rolling. I am wearing this today. As you can see, the IT Cosmetics logo is practically gone. So that just attests to how much I love this. I'm getting really close to you guys. I apologize. I need to get a different chair for this desk because sitting on a bench, it hurts your back after a while. But anyway, I have it in the shade Fair. It is a beautiful powder. It just really smooths everything out. And, like, it gives some sort of a sheen. Like, I don't know how to explain it because there's no shimmer, there's no glitter, but it still gives that kind of a sheen. And for someone with dry skin, that is really, really important. But I do want to try the regular one as well because I do like matte looks sometimes as well. So, love that. The other powder I want to talk about, you guys know I love, and that is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Powder. I will insert a picture right here. You guys know I love this powder. I used it up to the bone. I believe it was either already in an empties video or it's in the one coming up. I've been collecting products for that empty video for a while. But I'm just using and using. And I'm using up my samples, which I'm very proud of myself for using up my samples, by the way. And I absolutely love that powder. And once I go through some more of my powders, I am going to be repurchasing that because it is a dry skin girl's dream. There we go. All right. So, loose powder. My favorite loose powders, again, I have a drugstore and a high-end. My favorite high-end one is the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I everyone raves about this. I know, and I know this is going to be like the 50,000th time you've seen this in a best of 2017 video, but let me tell you something. I am not one to buy high-end, hence why I got like the little mini version. Like, look at this compared to like my Maybelline Master Fix. You can see the size difference. I didn't want to compare it to my drugstore favorite just because it's a ridiculously large powder. But, so I only bought the mini because I was like, no way can absolutely everybody love this. Plus, I have so many loose powders, I didn't really need another full size. But I love it. It's not quite like, whoa, I got a lot of powder in there just by moving it around. It's not quite like white translucent. It has like a nice like tone to it that helps out with the translucency. It makes it so you're not going to get that flashback on the under eye. It's almost kind of like a banana powder, if that makes sense. So I absolutely love this powder and I would recommend it to anyone. But if you are still unsure, I would get the mini size. Or if you just are like me and have an excessive amount of loose powder. And my favorite drugstore, you guys probably guessed it already, is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I absolutely love this. It smells like your grandma's makeup. I have mine in translucent extra coverage, and I also think that's why I like this one so much, because the translucent extra coverage is actually very similar to the tone of the Laura Mercier one, but instead of it being yellower, it's more pinky. Which you would think I wouldn't like that, where I have a warm yellow undertone in my skin, but I do actually really like it and would recommend it to anyone. It's only like $5. They have large quantities of it at Walmart. Love it. Would highly recommend it. I only have one setting spray this year, and I've been loving it every day. The consistency's kind of changed, but I can still make it work. I think that was my fault, not the product's fault. I think I wasn't shaking it up well enough when I first got it. So like now it's like all the oily part of it, but I'm shaking it up really well now. And then I'll just go in kind of with my whatever beauty sponge I'm using right at the moment. I'm using the e.l.f. blending sponge and just kind of press it in to help. And that is the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. Everybody loves the Make It Last, and I do like this too, but I love the Make It Dewy better because I am a dry girl and I love dewy skin. Can you tell? 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 But I absolutely love this setting spray. It's like $10, $11. It has 2.03 fluid ounces. Let me show you the spray. It's so nice and like airy. It smells delicious. And I think you would love it just as much as I do. So that is it for the Best of Beauty base products. Stay tuned for the rest of my Best in Beauty. I have my face products, so base face, eyes, lips, skincare, and I'm kind of toying around with the idea of a hair care one. Leave a comment down below if you would like to see a hair care Best of 2017 video, and I will do that for you guys if it is requested. All right, I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.